just 3 weeks and a little bit till we get to King of Table 13. On December 14 in Atlantic City at Bally's Casino and Hotel, we will have King of Table 13. So first time King of Table is moving to United States, and first show we're doing there with a big headliner of Levon Saginishvili versus Jerry Caderet. And it is for the number one right arm on the planet to see can anyone take down the beast. But in this video, I wanted to tell about all the matchups, as well as if you're from there, how can you watch? If you're not going to be able to go to Atlantic City, get the pay-per-view. Links are, as always, in description. You can watch it on Core Sports, so it's going to be live from there. If you are going to Atlantic City and want to watch it live, so there is early price. I think it's up till 24th of November or 25th of November. Link is in description, and you can buy the tickets to watch it there. There's also a discount for people staying at hotels if you're going to Atlantic City and want to watch it and want to stay in the same hotel as all the other athletes. So all the information will be in description. You can find it there. Check it out. If you have possibility, we would love to see you. I'm really excited. I haven't been to United States that much, but this year will be my second time. First was to Florida for East versus West. 14, and now King of Table 13. We're going to go to Atlantic City. Very excited. The bus is big. And of course, I think the Titans help. 2 Titans that are going to be pulling on the card. And let's just take a look at the card and some of the matchups. I'm going to go deeper in the matchups a little later. I'm waiting for Giannis to return from Costa Rica. He went there to do a seminar. There's also a little bit of holidays as outside the window. It's very, very here in Latvia. So, I want to know your thoughts about the matchups, about the. Will you be able to come? Let us know in the comment section below. I'm very excited, guys. This is going to be awesome. So let's start. So one of the late additions to the card is Kevin Palko versus Joseph Maranto. So Kevin, I have pulled on table very, very briefly when I was in Armwrestling last September. He has competed there many times. So I don't know much about this matchup, but I'm going to do my due diligence. I'm going to take a look at these guys before me and Giannis talk about this in a video. So that's one of the matches. Most likely this will be a starter for the event. Then we have amazing matchup of Paul Lynn versus Krasimir Konstantinov. I don't see this going anywhere than the hook. Paul Lynn looked outstanding versus Rustam Babayev. Krasimir, is a staple of, high-level arm wrestling, forever been. You have to be very, very special athlete to beat Krasimir. I do think Paul Lynn has all the capabilities, and I do think it's going to be a war. And on his home ground, I think he'll do everything to win this match. He faced Rustam Babayev not so long ago on East versus West 13, and I just rewatched that match, and I do think Paul did very good, and it's going to be kind of similar, just a bigger frame individual in Krasimir Konstantinov. Guys, let me know about your matchups. For me, this is one of the ones I'm very excited about. Corey West versus Tobias Sporong. So we're seeing Tobias coming back after, I think last time he pulled Kamil, and Corey also pulled Kamil. And it's very interesting because I rank both of these guys very, very high. And for me to see how they match up is going to be very interesting to see where the balance lies. The explosiveness definitely is on Tobias, and power is on Corey West. So very excited for this one. Rematch, Matt Mask versus Marcio Barboza. I'm going to have these guys on the Core Sports podcast very soon. Very excited to talk to them. Matt Mask, always exciting. Marcio Barboza has had his ups and downs, and I think both of these guys are gunning to be back in contention either for the title or just to be able to put on good matches, and people are excited to see them. Marcio, Matt Mask, big matchup in my opinion. Then we have Lachlan Dare versus Lars Sorbakken. I really don't know how to feel about this match. I do feel like Lachlan will be very hard for Lars to beat, and I don't think Lachlan can beat Lars easily. Lars had his good showings, and then he faced Michael Todd, which definitely was too much. And I'm just looking at that match. You might not think Lars is like, where his level is, but you have to understand how difficult and strong Michael Todd is. So Lachlan there, Lars Sorbakken, South versus North, if we can call it like that. Good matchup, very good matchup. Probably going to end up inside. Lars can press, Lars can top roll, Lars can hook. Lachlan Adair will tell you for 2 hours that he has prepared some kind of top roll, and then he will just hook you. So very excited also to see you. I think that they're meeting up in the middle, as Lachlan is much smaller now and Lars was bigger, so I think 110 kilo. That's what I heard. I have to talk with both of these guys, and it's happening very soon. So Dave Chafee versus Gabor Botadukat. So most people outside Europe really doesn't know who Gabor Botadukat is, but go watch videos of WAF World Championship 2024. He's a 20-year-old that won the super heavyweights. A very impressive individual. Very impressive. I have actually pulled with him a few times, and just like he's very, very impressive. I'm going to make a video about him just so people can learn a little bit more about him. Dave Chafee, when we talked on Core Sports Podcast, that should be out around right now, he was very, very motivated. He said, like, it's nice to train without injuries. And for him, he's like a gatekeeper. He needs to win this. Like, he can't keep losing at heavyweights because, like he will go down in rankings. And for Gabor, this is probably the biggest opportunity of his life. Even though he won WAF Worlds, this is his way to show the world who he is. Sandris versus Rustam. I just trained with Sandris, and Sandris, like, his training is so hard that he will just destroy himself. He will literally just destroy himself to a point where it feels like he has no chance against anyone, and yet Sanders has been one of the guys at the top of the game in 105, 115 kilo class for the last, say, 3-4 years. Rustam B, legend. One of my favorite pullers to watch as an inside arm wrestler. Just definition of compact package and unbelievable power. Most likely this match will end up inside. I'm very happy this got made. Rustam was supposed to pull John, but John just couldn't compete, and John didn't compete versus Rustam, which would also be a great match, as to be like a rematch. Remember Zloty Tour? Google it. Yeah. Then we have Gabi versus Barbora. This is a rematch, and it is for number 1 female on the planet. A lot of people feel like Gabi should have won the match first time. She just get a little bit maybe too confident or whatever. But Barbora is, listen, we talk about pound for pound. I think for females, pound for pound, Barbora is the best. like, listen to me. She defeats all her opponents so easily. It's never been a struggle. I haven't seen in the last time I saw her struggling versus a match versus Gabi. So Gabi, I do think she spent like last year and a half just preparing for this one, trying best she can to be number 1 on the planet. And very tough job. As I do believe Barbora she's still so young. What is it? 20 something, 23, 24. She's just getting like stronger just by getting older. And she continuously keeps on training, doesn't get hurt. No one really challenges, and just keeps pushing. If you don't follow her on Instagram, she trains almost every day. This is a big match for her, and I think for both ladies, and very excited for this one. Brian Shaw versus Eddie Hall. Brian Shaw, very excited to see him arriving in the world of arm wrestling, as he's a true professional, and he's really taking it seriously. This, for him, this is like an intro match. I wouldn't take this too seriously. I would take it seriously if he loses, but if he wins, I wouldn't, because Eddie Hall is a strongman that's still doing a lot of things, and it's a strongman match. I think for Eddie, for Brian, this is just a start, and then like slowly transitioning to pulling real arm wrestlers, right? As many see Brian as a clear favorite and big favorite, but I do think Eddie's going to come in with a plan, and if he can stick to the plan and maybe find something, maybe there's an opening. But Brian's looking like an absolute machine, like a destroyer, and excited, really excited. People are talking like, oh, he should be pulling like someone else, or let's start with this one and then we'll see where we go. Just give everyone a time. It's so easily to put someone under the water and feed them to wolves. And we have seen this so many times when someone rises and then you give them a challenge that is so unattainable that it's ridiculous. And it's so easy to find something like that in arm wrestling world. And there's hundreds of guys we can give to Brian Shaw where it wouldn't be a match now, but it would be a match a year later. And having zero real arm wrestling experiences with the real referees, with everything, going to be tough. So excited for this one. I think both guys going to give us a show for sure, and they always go back and forth. Jerry Katter versus Levon Saginishvili. So Levon is the king. Like I made a video where I watched all his losses and talk about Jerry, and I have this feeling where I feel like Jerry has a chance. I think it's the time difference, traveling, jet lag, 8 hours, 6 hours. He's going to be in a different time zone. It's a lot. And how he can deal with it. That's the real question. And will he deal with it? Because it's not easy. Anyone thinks it's easy. It's not easy. It's definitely not easy, and it will be against them. So I do believe there is a chance Jerry Caderet might shock all of us and shock the world. Maybe not beating Levon, but doing something. As I do still, like any match we put Levon in, he's the clear favorite. This is the card. You never know. Maybe something else get add, and we'll see it later. But yeah, follow Core Sports on Instagram. Watch the pay-per-view. If you're gonna be there, most likely gonna meet me and Neil Pickup. We're all going there, and it's gonna be an amazing event. I'm really excited. This is the last big arm wrestling event of 2024. This year has been amazing, and I just hope we can finish it on a high note and go to 2025 with more aspirations to see where the sport growing. I do believe Brian and Eddie being on a card will put it in a different stratosphere right now, because Brian's involvement is crazy. It would be better if Eddie would be 100% in. Then we would see so many new fans flooding to arm wrestling. But we're going to see, anyway, something really great. Americans are excited for Jerry to upset Levon. And if you're live, if you want to watch it live from home, pay-per-view link is in description. If you're traveling to Atlantic City, discount on your hotel link is in description, and as well as tickets, early bird price, I think for the last 2-3 days. So don't miss it. Very excited, guys. That's my favorite word. Excited. Stay strong. Love arm wrestling.